Hello everyone and welcome back to the Odious Soul. I know it's been forever since I've done a live show and an East Coast meeting update, and there have been reasons why. First, I had to wait for everybody's feedback, and Raleigh, of course, won by a landslide. There were a lot more people willing to go to Raleigh than there were to Baltimore. So that's kind of where all the trouble began. So to kind of explain, when we got back from Vegas, there were three of us who had talked about doing this East Coast meetup. Well, the first person dropped out almost immediately, and Carter, House Husband Diaries, he actually has some stuff going on in the fall where he may not be able to help out as much as he originally thought. So can't really rely on Carter either. So it's just me, and I have hit some obstacles that is going to keep me from doing an East Coast meetup in Raleigh in the fall as well. So I'm sad to report that I am not going to be able to move forward with the East Coast meetup. Now, I do want to explain what happened or what's happening. So first off, William Umstead State Park. So a lot of people said they were not comfortable with camping, even though Raleigh was the location they wanted to go to. So I was looking at different options. I talked to William Umstead a few times, called, and he said if I wanted to book the camp, I had to email. So I emailed, and I never heard back from them. So I emailed again, never heard back. So I was like, okay, you know what? A lot of people didn't want to camp anyway. Maybe we'll just rent a pavilion. So I emailed them again, just trying to rent a pavilion. I have never received an email back from William Umstead, and I started emailing them, I don't know, at least a month ago. So yeah, so that was kind of a sign. Plus, I took this instinctual building your instinct class, or intuition class, and quite honestly, like everything that I have planned in September, I almost feel like I'm not going to be here for it. I'm not saying I feel like I'm going to be dead. It's the neighbor's cat, Chase. Everybody say hi to Chase. But I almost feel like something's going to happen that's going to prevent me, because I have tickets to this 21 Pilots show in DC. I think it's the weekend of Labor Day. I almost feel like I'm not going to be able to go to that show for some reason. No idea why. It's just something inside of me is saying, don't make plans for September because you may not be around for it. Now, I know I'm getting ready to jump out of an airplane next weekend, getting ready to get my motorcycle license. Who knows, maybe I'll be in a hospital. Or, you know, I've been talking about moving. Maybe I won't even be on the East Coast. So Lord knows, but because I felt that way about September in the fall, when I could not get William Umstead to email me back to lock in plans, I kind of took it as a sign from the universe that I am not meant to host this East Coast meetup in Raleigh. So I'm disappointed, and I'm sure I could find a way to do something if I truly tried. Maybe not in Raleigh, maybe here in Maryland. But like I said, there's just something telling me that September is going to be a weird month for me, or it's going to be different. Maybe I won't be able to afford to. Maybe I'll lose my job and won't be able to afford to go. Who knows? The universe works in mysterious ways. So, like I said, I regret, to tell everybody that I will not be moving forward with an East Coast meetup. I'm planning and hosting. So, which makes me sad, because I like seeing everybody. I know a lot of people were excited. But at the same time, it's important for all of us to learn to listen to our instincts, and also to know what we can handle and what we can't. I will say that being the only person to host an event where we were camping, the cleanup did kind of intimidate me. And that's kind of why I was exploring, well, maybe we'll just rent a pavilion for a day. Maybe we can all stay in hotels, or most of us can stay in hotels. If people wanted to camp, they could camp on their own. That was kind of like what I was thinking. But the fact that William Umstead has not emailed me back, and I've emailed them, I know I emailed them twice about the camp and twice about the pavilion. No responses. It's been over a month, or at least a month. I'm trying to think when I first emailed them. I feel like it was before New York. But yeah, a lot's gone on in the month of April. so much has gone on in the month of April. It's like one of those like 5 paycheck months, you know, and for some reason April just feels so long. I can't believe we still have another month of it left. It's just insane to me. I've been to New York City. I got to see Daniel Craig and Ruth Negga in Macbeth. I got to go to my very first ice hockey game with Old Man Joel in New York City at Madison Square Gardens. It was my first time at Madison Square Gardens too. Saw the Rangers play against the Long Island City Islanders. I think that's who it was. The Islanders kicked the Rangers, but it's all my fault. I'm a jinx. Don't ever take me to your favorite sports teams event because they will lose. Went to Texas for MotoGP, flew into San Antonio and stayed in Austin and went to the track every single day. It was amazing. And then I came back from Texas and went straight into the motorcycle class. There was some delays because of a road hazard at our practice space, but you know, hopefully we'll be getting my license soon. If not, then there's a reason for it, right? So all kinds of things are happening. Like I said, next weekend, this Friday coming up, my daughter turns 20 freaking years old. My baby is gonna be 20 years old. It's insane. So we had talked about jumping out of an airplane, going skydiving for Mother's Day this year. I was trying to get my mother to go too, but she's hit her head too many times and she has some neck issues and she's terrified that she won't be able, she can't ride roller coasters because of her, you know, list of past injuries. So she's definitely scared to jump out of an airplane. But Zishan and I will go, and she took off work for her birthday weekend. So instead of going on Mother's Day where she'll make great tips, we're gonna go the weekend before, the weekend of her birthday, and we're gonna go skydiving together. I am so terrified of heights. This is one of those things where I know I'll be scared, but I've been watching this Brene Brown's series on HBO Max, and she talks about how when we feel anxiety, the body physiologically feels the exact same way as when we feel excited. So I know I'm gonna have some major freaking anxiety when we're up in that plane and I'm strapped to another dude getting ready to jump out of it, but I'm just gonna keep telling myself how excited I am. I think this year is all about conquering fears, not being afraid to do the things that might kill me, like jumping out of an airplane and learning how to ride a motorcycle. You know I'm worth more dead than alive, at least to my daughter. So, and this year of relationship rehab, I think this is the time to do all the stuff that scares me. So wish me luck. What am I gonna come up with next? After, if I do get my motorcycle license, if the universe will allow that to happen, I am gonna go get a bike. I'm planning on right now getting a Yamaha MT-07. While we were in Austin at the track and even beforehand at a dealership, I was able to sit on a few bikes and kind of see how they feel. And the MT-07 felt really good. Doesn't feel too big, doesn't feel too small. You know, I'm 5'10", I'm not a little girl. My friend calls me the Amazon warrior goddess princess. So I need a bike that can, handle me, but yet that I can still handle. A friend of mine has this 1000cc BMW, something like that. I'll definitely kill myself on. So I need something a little bit smaller. The MT-07 has a 688cc engine, so hoping that that's going to be a good size. That's not too powerful, but yet not too weak. Still got to get the license first, so we'll see what happens there. But anyway, again, I am so sorry that I'm not going to move forward with the East Coast Meetup. Maybe something else will happen where we can do something smaller, or once time comes on, maybe I'll figure out that what actually is happening in September. Maybe we can plan it some other time. I'm still thinking about it every single day, what other options there are. But I wanted to let everybody know that I really don't know what else to do. So, because they said I had to book through email, and the guy on the phone said this lady would email me back, and don't know why she hasn't. Maybe I keep ending up in her junk folder and she's not checking her junk mail. It'd be really funny if I go in the house and bam, an email pops up. If something would change, I would let you know. But right now, please don't plan on coming to North Carolina in September. So everything happens for a reason, right? Lord knows. I'm just sitting here thinking like, oh my God, what if something does really bad happen and you guys, it's like September, October, and I am in a hospital or something, and you guys watch this video being like, wow, she knew something was gonna happen. Wouldn't that be crazy? All right, that's one way to break the internet. Well, anyway, I hope to go live sometime soon because I do miss you guys. Like I said, April has just been insane and crazy and busy, and every time I plan on it, I end up working like a 10, 11, 12 hour a day, or I just not in the mind space. Oh, something else happened this week. So I had my annulment hearing Wednesday morning. So I don't think I realized how stressed out I was thinking about that. Like, we've been separated for like 8 months, you know, and I still text him when I think about him, just checking in on him. And I know he hasn't been doing great. Like, he's still living in the basement of his dad's house. He still goes to work and all that, but he just really hasn't done anything good, you know. Like, I know he talks to this girl, Lisa, who lives in another state, and he flies her in, you know, for sometimes, but she's in a bad place too. And so it's not like they're in a relationship, but I mean, like, ultimately, I know he's not doing the things that I would have liked to see him do, which kind of resembles our marriage. But I did get to talk to him for like 30 minutes before the annulment. He let me know that as soon as this annulment's finalized, he's already signed up. He went to the Ukrainian embassy or consulate or whatever, and he's already signed up to go fight in the Ukraine. So he'll be making a one-way flight to Poland and waiting for his Ukrainian handler to come get him, and then he's going to go to a training camp over in the Ukraine, and he's going to fight. And he's already updated his will, and he's already, you know, made his dad power of attorney, and he's not really planning on coming back. So that was interesting, but interesting. It was, you know, I've wished death on so many exes over the years. And then the one ex I really wished happiness and, you know, a change for, he's the one that's planning on going over to war and dying. Like, it's just irony, right? So I kind of found that, I mean, yeah, ironically hilarious. You know, and I definitely had feelings about it. I mean, if he wants to do it, I know he had talked about doing contract jobs over like in Afghanistan and stuff. Like, he had looked into that hardcore, and I was like, you can't do a contract for like 2 to 6 months. You know, like, I need way too much physical attention in a relationship for my husband to just take off and, you know, be gone for that long. I mean, I know myself, so I would never let him do it in the marriage, but I know he's looking for purpose and to do something meaningful. So if it makes him happy and if he can make a difference over there, then good for him. So, hear the chickens in the background. But so that was interesting. And then we, of course, had the annulment hearing. The magistrate found that there was sufficient evidence to support getting the annulment approved. So he's was supposed to type up a thing and then send it off to the judge to have the judge sign it. So hopefully within the next month, I can have my name back legally, which I'm super excited about. So hopefully that actually does happen and there's no more hiccups with that. I've learned a lot during the annulment process. I could not find an annulment form. Like, you can go on the website and you can download a divorce form and you can fill it out. Well, they don't have annulment forms. So I had to figure out how to make my own court documents. And then when they finally scheduled the court date, they made it for the day that I was flying to Texas. So I had to figure out how to request a postponement, and I've learned a lot. I've learned how to e-file all these court documents and, you know, type stuff up and sound professional and get them approved. And good job, Shannon. I've done well. So hopefully I never have to do any more court documents ever again. But anyway, so that happened also this week. But yeah, I didn't realize I was in as bad of a headspace before that. I know I keep jumping around. But when I got back from Texas, I weighed myself because I wanted to see how much weight I gained in Texas. I only gained a pound while I was in Texas, and maybe it was because we walked 18 miles Friday, Saturday, and Sunday combined. It was insane, and we had like 3 kids with us. It's like I felt like we were always dragging 2 at a time, like, come on. But yeah, so I guess the exercise helped me from gaining too much weight. But I lost, when I woke up the morning of the hearing, I didn't weigh myself for like a whole week. So Tuesday morning I weighed a certain weight, and then Wednesday morning of the hearing date I weighed myself, and I lost 7 pounds. And I was like, how did I lose 7 pounds? And then I'm thinking, and I'm like, you know what, I don't really think I ate much since I got back from Texas. I guess the stress, like when I went keto, which I'm not fully keto, I just try to like limit my carbs and eat as much like proteins and veggies and healthy stuff. I eat so much freaking cheese. You know, pretty much what I can grow. So I eat eggs every day. I'm sitting in my garden. I can't wait for stuff to start growing in here. Actually, I got stuff growing. Most of it I can't eat. Did harvest some asparagus. That was awesome. But if you know, a lot of that stuff you have to cook. And since I'm by myself, I don't always feel like cooking. So I'll just grab a couple pieces of cheese if I'm hungry. And then like I forget to eat later because the cheese kind of holds me over. And yeah, so apparently I didn't eat much. And then with the stress, I just wasn't as hungry. So yeah, but Thursday, Friday, my energy has been really good. I've been in a much better spirit. I think the annulment and seeing Steve and knowing that, okay, we can move forward. My life, I can have my life back, my name back, and I can start progressing. You know, we're getting close to August, end of the relationship rehab. Not that I am dating, and I'll tell you what, like, for some reason I attract men that I'm not attracted to at all. It's terrible. So I guess I should shut up and get off of here now. Like I said, I'm going to try to go live. So if you do not get notifications for my channel, please hit the little bell button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe and then hit the little bell button. Cause hopefully in May, you'll see a whole lot more of me. Like there's so much that's happened in the Forest Fenn community. Like those pictures that Cynthia got, McCracken to release, like, oh my God. Like I've been keeping up on everything. I've just been, you know, too busy to go live and say anything. So, again, I'm sorry about East Coast Meetup, but everything happens for a reason, and maybe something else fun will happen. And don't forget, like I think Kpro and Cow are still gonna have the Las Vegas, World Series of Fenn next year. So just save your money. If you were gonna go to Raleigh, save your money and go to Vegas, because I will do everything in my power to be there. I don't have any bad vibes about not being able to go there. Plus, I gotta try to take that trophy away from Ben, because, I mean, I did second place. I want first really bad. I still can't believe he beat me at the end then. But I'm glad he's the one that got the flies. I'm glad I got the silver bar. I do like that silver bar. It's a nice little financial backup plan in case something happens, right? Or, I mean, if somebody breaks into my house, I can just throw it at them. Like, it's so freaking heavy. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. Sorry for the bad news, or the disappointing news. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll be seeing you soon.